Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Shane Gilford, and you've got us for a bit of a fun night in the F1s this week. We're racing at Mugello in the Formula 1s. We've got a few guys requesting Formula 1 at Mugello, so here we are. And we've got Scott Flack dominating pole, and Harrison Tebb moving up into P2 last second with a 1:28.95, 8.94. Matt Collins moving up to P3 at the moment too. So Eric Chandler dropping back a couple of spots. Colleen Pooper, but there's still 1.5 minutes to go in the qualifier session. We've also got Luke Tolhurst in at Entertainment Park. And Jack Song is trying to fire up his first sector. Jack Song's a familiar name to Race Centre SimHaus. And it's good to have him back for tonight's race in Mugello. Racing with us here at Entertainment Park, so he's here live. Coming to grips with the new simulators that we do have in here. This is his first night in them. He's trying to just get used to the power and the feedback of these SimWorks V2 simulators. Yet to post a time, currently in P13. Ron Ball with him posting a PB in Sector 1. Not too sure if he managed to cross the line. Posting a time in Sector 1. We'll see if this is allowed. Still got 30 seconds to go to cross the line. He needs to go for another one, but that's a 1:22. Yes, that counts, and it moves him up to 6th place in quali with 20 seconds to go, and he's opted out of that lap. This is Scott Flack coming down across the line. What can he do? With a 1:22, that's not going to beat his original time, but he's just crossed the line just in time. This will be his flying lap. Right on the death. So now the qualifier session is over. So if you haven't crossed the line by now, you will not be able to post a time for the qualifier session. So still out there is, Eric Chandler's up in the pit lane, getting ready for the race. It's a long one, 65 laps. Under this heat, we saw the track temperature. It's up around the 45 degrees at the moment. So just watch Scott Flack as he's got the fastest sector of the session so far. It's a 20.523 now. And he's backed it up again with the fastest sector 2 with a 21.621. What can he do as we come through the last sector? Oh, and he's bailed out of that one. That could have been a fast lap. He's been practicing with the 1:16s, but he's not so. But a 1:18.6 is going to be enough to settle for pole. But Matt Collins is still out there, crossing the line. What can he do? Oh, he moves up into 3rd place on the grid for the start of the race with a 1:20.302. Nothing in it in the top 4. Only 1 or 2 seconds. So it's going to be a 65 lap race. Very competitive here tonight. So watch the opening few laps. And we might just see if the boys are ready. We'll go to a quick commercial break. And we'll be back after these messages. Okay, so the boys getting ready to grid up. Scott Flack already on the start-finish line. You see the MotoGP start line there as well. But today it's the Formula One. .65 laps. How long can these guys hold the concentration for? Just waiting for Eric Chancher. There he is, gridding up now. Oh, it's pretty even getting off the line. Matt Collins really closing up and getting the job done. Scott Flack dropping a couple of spots. Who's going to get into turn one? Oh, we come together a little bit. Matt Collins out in front. That's Chancher, Flack, Jack Song, Tolhurst coming off down the back here. We'll just see what happened to him. Just rounding turn one. Oh, and he just overcooked it or got caught up with an AI there. Go back live as we're on board with Matt Collins defending against Eric Chancher out in front. Scott Flack a couple of seconds further back now, but still in the game. It's a long, long race. Chancher trying to get in the slipstream and Matt Collins under heavy braking. Oh! Really getting balked by the early braking of Collins there. He wanted to go in early and get a better exit, but here comes the toe from Eric Chancher. He comes out late. Matt Collins holding it firm. Oh, he goes in deep, just managed to pull it up. They come together. And that's Chancher off. He's got to regroup and start getting his head back in the game. As he regroups into P4. Harrison Tebb now settling into P3 in the AlphaTauri. Currently the fastest sectors out on track at the moment. Oh, Jackson falling to the back of the pack now in P12, just behind Luke Tolhurst. There they are. Again, it's a long race ahead of them. They've got to get through the pack, back up to the front, where it's Matt Collins, followed by Scott Flack, and then Harrison Tebb. That's your top three. Collins posting fastest lap of the race. 1:23.6, that'll definitely come down as the race goes on. He's been contending with Eric Chancher so far, and there he is moving up in the background with a clean track. But he's got about 3-4 seconds to catch the front of the field. We're on board now with Scott Flack chasing down Matt Collins, the race leader at the moment. Coming through the Arabiatas. See how much work is involved inside the cockpit. Only one DRS zone available to these guys, which is down the main straight. We'll see on the steering wheel. The light's up orange, and when it's activated it'll turn green. Just above the thumbs there at the rev lights. Coming into the last corner onto the main straight now. It's still Matt Collins taking the inside line. Scott Flack taking the longer way around. Scott Flack gaining under brakes, but not enough to take the position. And that's Harrison Tebb closing in, so too Eric Chancher. Oh, Flack just outbraked himself there. He's got to rejoin. He's going to lose P2 to Harrison Tebb now. Harrison Tebb up into P2. Still Matt Collins out in front. Now it's Tebb, Chandra, Flack. This will be a great battle for the 65 laps. How many pit stops will we see out on course? As it's tightening up here through the backfield in the final sector. Eric Chandra nailing down the fastest sectors that last lap as he moves up into P2 just ahead of Harrison Tebb. There he's got the whole field in front now in third place down the main straight, top speed, well over 300 kilometres an hour. Very long straight with DRS. Can we get into the 325s? Just on almost the yes, just over the 330s in the heavy braking. Very awkward right-hander, very flat, nothing giving. And it's Chandra and Collins again out in front. Collins has got cars in both revision mirrors. Three-way battle for the front now. Collins in the Aston Martin livery. Chandra trying everything he can. Get past Matt Collins. Oh, just gone wide. Will he get it tucked back in? See how much Chandra's up in the... Oh, just under braking. You can see Collins really burn up that tyres. Oh, he faked it on the one side and went the other way. That's only 5 laps down. Chandra's got the lead now. Would Collins try and come up the inside? He's going to run out of tyres soon. Tebb coming up now. Challenge for second place, just tucks in behind. But will that force Collins into a mistake? It looks like he's off his line. So he's burning up those soft tyres. He may come into pit early. As we saw him, if you caught our Sandown race in the V8s, he had to pit early, defending the lead. He may have to do that again. Go back and see where Tolhurst and Song are. Luke Tolhurst up into the top 10 in P9. And Jack Song down in P12 at the moment. But watch him come through the field. Scott Flack back up into P4. His last lap there was a 122, considerably faster than the other boys in front. So he is catching. He's just got to pick where he's going to overtake and what pit strategy he's going to use. So across the line in 7 laps. It's still Chandra out in front. Matt Collins in P2, and it's Harrison Tebb and Scott Flack battling out for P3. Oh, and that's Tebb going off into the kid a little. So Scott Flack's up into P3 now. Harrison Tebb's just got to stay with these guys, look after his tyres, and worry about the race at the end. Just hitting those inside curbs. Full speed, full throttle. You can see the gears there. Down a third gear, right hand turn and a sharp left. Quickly up the gears in the 7th. Oh, he's just pulled it in. Now Scott Flack putting pressure on. Matt Collins just ahead here. through the S's. He's going to go right round the outside. Collins letting him go. He's looking after his tyres, so I'm sure he wants to protect third place now against Harrison Tebb. He knows Scott Flack's considerably faster. But Eric Chandler last lap was a 1:20.8. Scott Flack a 1:21.3, so he's lost half a second to the lead. So the gap now 2.98 seconds. Now Scott Flack's clear. How quickly can he regain that lead? And if so, how is he going to get it done? Oh, Tebb in the background. I just saw him spinning there. All right, we're on board with Harrison Tebb there, coming out of turn one. Just turn right, turn left, fast right. Oh, he's just overshot it. Pirouetted. Still in P4, so a bit of work to do. He's made another mistake. So either tyres are going off already after lap 8. The way these guys have been driving, it wouldn't surprise me. We can see the smoke coming off Collins' tyres. The gap, Flack's got the gap down to 1.7 behind Eric Chandra. As he comes down the main straight. We're on board with Scott Flack crossing the start-finish line for the 9th time, posting the fastest lap with a 1:20.666. Hard on the brakes down at 30, will hold third all the way around here. Nice and smooth out, dropping a gear. He's actually on the hards at the moment, so a few guys selecting the softs, so he's managing to do this race on the hards early on. So I'd say he's after maybe a 2 pit stop, if not 1. We'll see how he goes. Chandra stretching that lead once again. I think he sniffed that Flack was chasing, and then he's just dropped the anchor. And he's stretched that lead out to 2.1 again. We didn't see Flack really making any mistakes there. He is a bit offline as we see the track starting to rubber up quite a lot now after 9 laps and some practice and qualify session. Chandra quite consistent, racing from Indonesia. His last lap at 1:21.5 with a Scott Flack at 1:21.7. Looks like Tebb's through the lane at the moment. This is his first pit stop. Oh, he's missed his stop here. Well, he's gone for the mediums. He's come back out, settling in a P6, P8. So the whole field now is coming through. It's on cold tyres. Tebb's got a bit of work to do in P8, but watch him move up through the field. Got Jack Song back in 13th and Tolhurst back in 11th. At the front of the field now, it's Flack. Oh, just overshooting that, but still under control. 5th gear, 6th. Tucking into Jackson's draft. Jackson's got no DRS available to him, but 8th gear, Scott Flack may do. And look at the speed difference down the main straight. Will he get up the inside? Side by side. Chandra's trying to hold the inside. Flack going around the outside. And it's Chandra maintaining P1 for now. Flack just happy to settle in and try again on the next lap as they go down the start-finish line. Matt Collins still in P3 at the moment. His last lap was a 1:38, so I think he's either made him a huge mistake or he's come in the lane. We'll bring up the pits, number of pit stops, everyone. It's not showing that he's come in the lane, so I'd say that's a mistake there. Chance is still maintaining that lead now. But here comes Scott Flack closing in once again. Yeah, my calculations say that Matt Collins definitely has been in the pits for new tyres. Still in P3 at the moment ahead of Magnussen, and Teb coming through the field, just getting the job done on Magnussen. That's in the Haas car, so just got the McLaren, the Alpine Gasly, AlphaTauri, Guanyu, Logan Sargent in the Williams car. And that's Albon right behind him. Then it's Luke Tolhurst in the Red Bull. Showing good pace early on, but the consistency probably not being his undoing, as we seem just overshooting there. Jack Song right behind him, so they're chasing for P11 and they're sitting right next to each other right beside me here at Entertainment Park in Bankstown on our full motion simulators. The track temp is 44 degrees Celsius and the ambient only 26, so track conditions are really heating up, playing havoc on these tyres. That's why Scott Flack's just happy to settle in there on hards. And Chance is still on the softs out there with after 13 laps. They must be dying on that set of softs. Looks like Jack Song just passed. We'll see if we can see the move that Song made on Tolhurst. Now it was down the main straight into turn one. Tolhurst not competing with that one. Scott Flack just dropping off a little bit now, 1.3 seconds further back. Collins lighting up the timing screens. Last lap was a 1:22 on par with the leaders. He's gone back on the softs. And he's got Harrison Tabb closing in the gap behind. Oh, who's that? That's Matt Collins. Oh, there must be some oil on the track. So Matt Collins. What happened here? He's come off wide. He's hit the sand trap. Oh, and that's him gone. And watching the background, we'll see Harrison Tabb come around too, coming wide and hitting that same. Not too sure if the greasing conditions out there, but that's Collins out of the race. He's parked it for the night. That's him done after 15 laps. To our front, Chandra and Flack. Still 1-2. And now Teb up in to P3. Currently in Bankstown, it's about 37 degrees. It's quite hot for these drivers. Sitting still, working these direct drive wheels in a full motion simulator. We've got the fans on them 100%. We've got the aircon on, but it's really not making any difference here at Entertainment Park. We're just waiting for it to cool down a bit. So too Harrison's tyres there as he just goes through the kitty litter. Oh, we're coming up to back markers now. So Chandra just gets through, but where's Flacky? He's opened up the DRS. So he's got the DRS from the driver in front, which has saved him for this lap because Flack's further back. DRS just dropping on the brake application there. Now on with Flack, and that's a gap to the lead. We're well within a second, so Flacky would have had DRS down the main straight as well, having been within a second of the car in front, which was Chandra. So these two are going to battle it out. We've seen these two before, and that's Flack just going wide. And these two battled it out in the other Formula 1 race that we had at Imola. We must love the Italian circuits because our last Formula 1 race was at Imola, and these two put on a show and were glued together. Even with pit stops, they came out side by side, and today's not going to be any different. Bit of a different tyre strategy. Chandra doing really well to make these soft tyres last. He hasn't pitted yet. We come through the final corner onto the main straight. Chandra making light work of the tail, the back of the field there. So Song, Jack Song, cutting up through the field, currently in P4. That Mercedes really working for him on the hard compound. .28 seconds behind Teb, who's 46 seconds behind the front two. Oh, Flack making another mistake. Those tyres, what's happening? Really just got to knuckle down, getting caught up with the lap traffic after 7-8 laps. Chandra making light work of it, but Scott Flack really struggling to get through now. Down the main straight once again. I don't think he's got DRS on this lap, so we're only 315, top speed at 330, 15 kilometres difference down the main straight. Looks like trying to see who that is in front. That looks like Carlos Sainz. No, that's Guo Zhengyu. Oh, he's coming up the inside, but he's cheeky move, trying to unlap himself, but unsuccessfully. It's Scott Flack too good for that move. Oh, he's going wide once again. Those tyres are falling off the cliff. I've got to say, it's 18 laps in on hard tyres. That's not how long he wants to last. Teb in for his second pit stop. That's another set of mediums for Teb in P3. Coming out of pit lane now. Alright, Scott Black down the main straight. Just trying to see where the cars are there. That's Gasly behind. Got a couple of more cars in front. Get through the traffic and get some clean laps in. Stay consistent because he's given too much time away to Chandler now. Up just under 9 seconds. His lines are changing or struggling on these hards. We can't see if it's graining or not, but we've seen him push hard. Oh, trying to go around the outside, but there's not much room there because the track's going to close in on him. Flack's got to come up the inside of Norris now. Oh, he's trying to go wide and get the undercut underneath or right round. He's not going to get through there or through the S's, so it's going to be a move under brakes on the last turn into the main straight. Oh, yes. Heavy on the brakes. Oh, he's too much. That's more time. He's giving away the gap to Chandler over 10 seconds. And Song up into P3 as Teb's pitted once again. May have been for a penalty that he... I don't know if you guys saw a penalty to Harrison Teb leaving pit lanes, speeding pit lane or something like that, but he's back through the lane. Jack Song up into P3 now. Teb with a lot of work to do back in P6. And he's got the lap cars. Oh, just... Norris just braking a bit too early there for Teb. Oh, trying to go right round the outside of Arrabbiata. He's got to do it under brakes on the inside up over the crest here. Can he come up under? He does. Can he hold it? Stay on the track? Yes, he does. Norris just dropping back a bit now into Gasly. And Teb moves up into P5 with Magnussen just in front. Oh, he's just got caught behind him through the S's there. Fortunately, there's no damage on these cars for tonight's racing. It is about fun and having a go. It's neck and neck down the main straight. I'm not too sure if he set the DRS. It looks like they've both got DRSs. There's not much speed difference down the main straight. Under brakes, is Magnussen stronger? No, Teb's a lot stronger on the new tyres. Not too sure what's happened here. Maybe Chandler's coming to pits. Yes, Chandler's in for pits. Scott Flack's still out there, and that's what the time gap is. So Chandler in P2 with a bit of traffic in front, but that's Scott Flack in front as well. So he's camouflaged in this group. Right behind Norris at the moment. Black can't afford to make any mistakes. This is his strategy. He's given too much time away on the different strategy on the hard tyres. Black will come up the inside and brake hard. Oh, Norris very tight on that corner. Really making these guys work for it. That's bunching the group up now. Gasly, Norris, and then Chandler. Just watch Chandler trying to get through now. Right up the inside of Sargent, I think that was. Chandler now with some clear air. He can concentrate on chasing Flack. But the lap times, last lap time of Flack was a 124 and Chandra was a 134, but that included the pit stop. So it looks like a 10-second difference. Although Flack's a lot faster than a 124, so I'm not too sure if he's trying to stretch it out to 30 odd laps, so it's just a one stopper for him. Looks like Chandra's gone to the medium off the softs there. So looking back at Tolhurst at the moment, he's got a bit of work to do as well now. We've got coming up to not lap traffic, but this is for position. We're on board with Luke Tolhurst, chasing down Guo Zhangyu. That's him in the Alfa Romeo. And who's that? That's someone just in front of that. I don't think that's Norris. He's got to tuck in. He's got the DRS active, so he's up to 330. Heavy brakes. Getting it pulled in. Will the other car get up underneath? Oh, really messy there, letting Guo Zhangyu back through. Chandra back out in front. Where's Flack? Has Flack pitted, or is that a changing of the guard on track? Flack's yet to pit on the hard, so either Flack made another mistake and let Chandra through. Very costly stint on these hard tyres. They're not really gripping up for Flack, really struggling. And while Chandra's posting the fastest lap of the race with a 120.591. On board with the leader now behind Norris, getting up the inside, getting good run down the main straight, side by side. The DRS is going to be open. There it is. Oh, 3 wide in a turn 1, and it gets hooked up on the tyres there, but he manages to hold and get through, taking 2 positions. The lap car's not really yielding as Jack Song comes in a pit lane. Going back on hards now for his second stint, so I'd say he'll be in for one more stop after this one. Jack Song on those fresh tyres really sticking on that racing line. You can see the rubber just building up now as the race goes on, almost halfway there. Tolhurst making his way up to P6 now. Doing a great job in the Red Bull. Oh, and that's Tolhurst. Just coming to Gutser. Oh, we'll see what happened to Tolhurst coming down the main straight. Right behind these two, had nowhere to go, just smacks it into the wall. Oh, he's got a passenger with Gasly on the back there. Now we're back with Tolhurst settling into P10 at the moment. Lost a couple of spots there. Harrison Tebb still out there in P6. Will he get the inside? Yes, makes a move on Guo Zhengyu. That's for P5. Setting purple sectors on that lap as well. Harrison Tebb, the fastest guy out there with a 1:20.447. Absolutely smashing it out there in P5. He's coming for a fresh set of mediums in the upper tower. So Flack now half a second behind Chantra. This is the battle for the lead. As I said, these boys put on a show at Imola, our last Formula One outing, and here they are again, almost halfway through and back on track together. Flack still yet to pit on those hards, so he'll I'm sure he's just stretching it out for one more set of boots, where I think Chantra's going to have to come in again as well. So looking at the lap times, oh no, Flack has come into the pits. As it's showing, he's on his outlap at the moment. I'll just have a quick look, see the stats. Not seeing any pit stops for Flacky at the moment, so I assume he's still out there on the same set. Maybe that is the case, but we'll see. As this is for the lead, it's Chantra and Flack. Trying to look behind to see where Flack is, because the timing screen show that he's 0.2 behind. Here comes Flack now. Oh, and that's Chantra right in front. They touch. Chantra on mediums, Flack on hard still. Yep, just stretching out to 1.5 seconds. Just looking at some stats here, showing that Eric Chantra reached a top speed of 344 kilometers per hour. It wouldn't surprise me if that was on the last lap when they were tailing about two other drivers, because Flack almost had the same top speed as well. We've got Tolhurst just off. This is where the concentration of the F1 race really comes into play. You've got to hit your marks every time. This race is going to be almost a 90-minute race for these boys, which they haven't done before. Although we just finished a V8 race with 90 minutes, so that was quite a battle as well. I think Chantra, Flack, Chantra, Flack and Tolhurst were in that event, so they did have that practice last week in the V8s. But these cars are so much quicker, so much more demanding. Well, I've just heard the radio. It looks like Tolhurst may be coming into the pits for a set of tyres. This will be his second pit stop for the evening. Chandra firing in a fastest lap of the race with a 1:20.165. And there he is with a just over a 3-second gap to Flack now. Flack's just going to run those hards and make them work to the end. So he's going to sacrifice a bit of time there, because he's going to save about 30 seconds to the pit lane. It's the fastest lap. It's the fastest section of the circuit, especially in the DRS zone. So he's losing a lot of time to the other drivers as they come through the lane. So it's Chandra out in front. Scott Flack in the P2. There's a gap there. You can see it right on track now. Under 2.5 seconds now. Taking half a second just on half a lap. So firing in the lap time. Here he comes down the main straight. What's he got? I didn't get a recorded time for him, so I can't tell you guys at home. Harrison Tebb. There he is, right behind Scott Flack, but that's not the position. But Tebb is in P3, but Tebb is a full lap down. Lando Norris now coming into the lane. That's him coming in for a set of tyres. Oh, and that's Guangzhou and Gasly behind as well. So the three coming in the same lap. Same strategy. That should promote Jack Song and Luke Tolhurst up the order. Tolhurst struggling on the front left tyre there. Being a clockwise circuit, that's bound to happen. Jack Song in the McLaren doing a great job. Fastest lap for him this race is a 1:23.1. Coming down the gears through turn 1. Exiting over 200 kilometres an hour before they brake for the left-hander. I know this is Arabiata 1, Arabiata 2. Okay, so Jackson coming round San Donato. No, that's Puccini. Down the main straight into turn 1, San Donato. I read him out in my Italian accent when I can. As we follow Jackson round turn 1, the San Donato. Into turn 2, Luco. Turn 3, Poggio Secca. Fire it up the gears, hard braking for the left-hander, Materassi. Turn 5, Borgo San Lorenzo. And the famous Casanova, fast right-hander down the hill, Savelli. Turn 7, up into turn 8 for Arrabbiata Uno. Up over the crest through Arrabbiata. door. Up into turn 10, Scarperia. Oh, he's just gone wide in Scarperia. Pelagio, turn 11, the left-hander. Just regrouping now down the main straight, or down the back straight. Short straight into Corrente. Oh, straight ahead, smacks that wall pretty hard. Rejoins, comes through the S's, turn 13 of Biondetti, and turn 14 Biondetti 2, and we're back into turn 15. Down the main straight, Buccini, or Buccini, and that's a full lap with Jack Song and my bad Italian accent. So further up, Luke Tolhurst in P10. Scott Flack out in the lead now. Chandra, what's happened to him? Has he come into the pits during my poor attempt of Italian? Scott's actually come into the pits. Not really showing it on screen. I've got two datas not showing any timing for Scott Flack at the moment, but he is out in front. Oh, there it is. It's coming up now. Refreshing. So Scott Flack with a 6-second lead over Eric Chandra. Has Eric Chandra come in for one pits? No, he hasn't. So he's definitely made a mistake there. And that's a penalty for Harrison Tebb. Is that a pit lane infringement or a track limit infringement? The settings are quite relaxed, so I doubt it's a track limit incident. My guess is he's come in for another pit stop, which is 3 now on the mediums, which it is, and he's incurred yet another pit stop infringement. So will he come in the pits and serve it? Yes, he does. Flies it in. I hope he slowed it down. Coming through the lane now. Is it just a drive-through? The drive-through is when they don't stop in their pit box, which it looks like. So it's the lesser of the penalties. So a slight speeding infringement. My guess is through pit lane, serving his penalty, back out, still in P3. Chandra closing that gap to Scott Flack, bringing it under the 5.5 second mark. He poured about 0.6 of a second on that last lap alone, so he is closing. Flack just settling into his rhythm now. He's got to make these tyres last to the end of the race. We're on lap 36, 30 laps to go. We're just going to spend a lap with the leader here. We're going to go on board with Scott Flack, show you how he's out in the lead. Not quite with the fastest lap of the race, but that's okay. He's definitely dominating at the moment. As we come across the start-finish line. Up into 8th gear, look at the speed on the steering wheel and the bottom right-hand corner. With no DRS, he's up to 316, 317 as he brakes hard into turn 1. Centenato through Luca, Porcio Secco, and up towards Materassi. Tight left-hander, switch back into turn 5. This is turn 6, down through Casanova. This is the fast left-hander as he pulled it up. That's Luke Tolhurst. He's just passed. This is Arrabbiata 1, turning right into Arrabbiata 2, up over the crest. Very bouncy here, hard braking. Down to third, maybe second in the right-hander. That's Scarperia, Palacio, coming out of Palacio towards turn 12 now. Very long, consistent right-hander. Getting on the gas through the S's. I won't call them chicanes, definitely not tight enough for that. Hard braking down into third gear. Just get it right to get the longest run down the main straight. Most important to get top speed. And that was one quick lap. Timing screen's really playing up with Scott Black at the moment, so we can't see what time he's got there. Looks like we've got Logan Sargent and Albon double stacking in pit lane as they come in and rejoin the track. Albon in P9, Sargent in P8. Going up to Teb. Looks like he's going slow through here. Oh, this corner is very slow naturally. 300 kilometers down to third gear. Holding that inside line. Full speed up over the crest, down the main straight. Once again. Almost at the lap 40 mark. Scott Black still out in front. In P1 now, and that's Eric Chandra right behind. That's 3.6 seconds back. You can see the gap now. 3.4, 3.7 seconds. Blacky's last lap was a 121.4 and Chandra was a 121.2. So Chandra is catching ever so slightly. It's got to be consistent. Black making a lot of mistakes in the first stint, but now settling down and just being very, very consistent, making it hard for Chandra to catch up. Chandra's got to pit once again, but will Flacky? I'm not too sure. Maybe Chandra will go to within the last 10 laps and come in for softs, where he's really got to punch out those fast lap times. He probably needs to give himself more laps to do so, as Flack's coming up onto the back of lap traffic now. And there he is. Got a couple of the drivers out in front of him. Should catch him down the main straight, but these guys are very quick in a straight line, especially when they're giving out DRS to each other. It's in the corners is where Flack will catch, and there you can see the car's a lot clearer. Flacky really in his rhythm now. We'll see what Chandra's doing. We'll stay with him for a full lap. Let's see how Chandra from Indonesia for HM Engineering does it in the Scuderia Ferrari. Out of the Arrabbiatas. Oh, he's got all sorts of things going on. Is that Flack in front? The gap, half a second now. Flack really struggling to keep his strategy going and stay behind these guys. He wants to get past, but he's allowing Chandra to catch him. DRS is open for Flack as well now, but Chandra looked like he was on it a bit earlier. And it's a drag race as they come into turn one, but there's two cars right in front. Oh, Flack's done the Fox move, and he's forced Chandra to make that mistake by braking later. Flack knew exactly what he was doing there. As we watch that again, Flack broke hard early, and allowing Chandra just to move up in to the kitty litter, out braking, and got no traction out there, so unfortunately he's lost the lead. And that's Flack back out in front. I want to say back out in front. He lost the lead for 200, 300 metres. That's giving him some breathing room as Flack gets up the inside of Guanyu in the Alfa Romeo, their home circuit. Now it's Norris in his sights. You can see a bit of graining on the tyres of Scott Flack now. He's got to really look after him. These have got to get him to the end of the race. And we're talking about another 22 laps. Oh, that's cheeky Guo Zhengyu trying to get up the outside. We saw him before earlier in the race trying to get up the inside, really not obeying blue flags at the moment. Harrison Tebb retiring as well. And he's in the pits, but back out in front, Scott Flack defending against Guo Zhengyu. Got to get through Norris pretty quickly if he wants to stretch that lead of 4.2 seconds. That includes a full pit stop for Chandra, but will Flack have to come in again and pit for tyres as well, so that'll put him back on even par. He's got to watch what Chandra does, because if Chandra comes in for softs and Flack has to come in again, he has to pit very close to, if not before, Chandra to undercut and cover off that move. Otherwise Chandra will be all over the back of Flack before you know it. Giving us a great finish to this race. Very long, we're 2/3 in. Going to be very tight to the time certain rules we have here. Chandro just scrapes within 4-second gap. Time fluctuating. Changes up in the traffic now. Guojiang in front of him, so that's going to slow him down. Jack Song moving up on Luke Tolhurst. These two battling it out here at Entertainment Park on our 4Motion simulators. Song really nailing a few good laps together. Gets the job done and takes P9 from Luke Tolhurst. Tolhurst with some fantastic one-lap speed. His fastest lap of the race here is a 1:20.735, and Song's been consistently running around in the 1:22.4s. But we saw earlier Luke Tolhurst having a massive incident down the main straight just before turn 1 with another car, Gasly, on his roof, dragging him all the way down the straight, but managed to get back in a rhythm as that's Tolhurst right behind him. So that's for position for P9. Luke just wants to keep Jack in his sights by just putting the head down. He's currently running on mediums and Jack's on the hards. So by rights, Tolhurst should have better grip. He's just got to be more consistent. It looks like he's bringing that gap down to under 1.2 seconds and closing. Song with 4 pit stops at the moment and Tolhurst only 2. Oh, Song just going wide there, bringing up the dust for Tolhurst. And again, he's trying to throw up some smoke screen there side by side. Oh, Song just better under brakes here. I think the draft really got no front end grip if you're trailing another car. We're not. Oh, Jack protecting the line. Luke just covering it off. Jack trying to come back up on the inside under brakes. Tolhurst out braking himself, but it's side by side. This is the battle for P9. Jack Song up in front at the moment. Oh, Tolhurst just trying to keep it on the black stuff. He manages to do so as Song went wide as well. Coming down the fast right-hander, Casanova down the hill here towards Arrabbiata, taking the curbs. Just had to back off to keep it on the track. He's got a fresh set of tyres, so he's got plenty of work to do on this set of boots. Tolhurst not letting him go, he wants to stay close. Side by side they are, down the main straight again. Tolhurst just covering it off. Here comes Joe. Oh, look at that move. Great move up the inside. Very Hamilton-esque. Tolhurst getting on the gas early. You can see him just trying to catch it there. And Song going wide again. Oh, they come together. It's a little touch. Tolhurst just getting on the grass. Costing a bit of time there, but he'll get back on. He's got the mediums. Jack Song just taking a much tighter line. Not the fastest way around, but he's consistent. As Tolhurst now just taking every corner wide and trying to cut those ripples. You can see how much time it's costing him. Jack's up in the distance. So the battle for P8 now continues as Scott Flack. He's 13 seconds down, so that's another pit stop for Scott Flack. And as I said, he's coming for the softs. He's done exactly what I said. And he's given him enough laps to catch Chandra. So this will be a sprint, a pure sprint now. Watch the timing screens, the 13-second gap. Scott Flack is going to be lighting up the purple sectors. Chandra out there stretching that because he's actually given us purple sectors as well. So he's trying to stay as far out in front as possible. See if Chandra's going to pit pretty soon. You can see sector times down the bottom right-hand corner. He's on an absolute fly. He's going to burn him up if he's going to come in and pit. No, he stays out once again. This will be fastest lap of the race. You watch the banner come up for Eric Chandra. There it is. Fastest lap of the race at 1:18.685. How's he do it? This is the tail end of the race on old tyres and he's just dropped it. Absolutely dropped it. He's still on his mediums. Black couldn't match it on that lap, but look at the timing. Black just on that lap alone was a 1:18.8 with Chandra's a 1:18.6, so nothing in it at all. Chandra doing all he can to hold out for the next 15 laps. It's a long way to go on this set of tyres. Scott Flack's probably on his second lap or third lap on the set of softs. Oh, but he's got some traffic ahead, so he's going to get held up. He's 13 seconds back. He's got enough grip, but he doesn't want to waste it. There he goes up the inside. Oh, Guo just getting caught up in the tyres there. Oh, just manages to get ahead. So that's a bit of breathing space for Chandra out in front now. The gap's still 14.5 seconds. So Chandra crossing the line with a 1:19.6 and Scott Flack with a 1:23. So he's just given away 4 seconds on that one lap alone, getting caught up with the back markers. We've got 15 laps to go in this race. It's been a long one. So we've got about another 20 minutes in the race to go. That's a lot to ask considering the boys have been racing for an hour and 10 minutes already. Down the main straight it comes, Scott Flack. Crossing the line with a 1:23.2 and Chandra with a 1:22.6. So Chandra still holding out that gap, but the gap looks like it's down at 12 seconds. We'll see what Chandra's up to further up. He's got clear track, so he's not battling it out with anyone as he's trying to bridge that gap. I'm not too sure if he has to pit again. We don't have any telemetry on his tyre wear at the moment. While we wait for that, we'll see how Luke Tolhurst is going. And he's still battling it out for P8. He's got Jack Song right behind him. Both Sydney drivers here at Bankstown. It's a great battle that's been going all night. This will go to the death in about 18 minutes' time. Tolhurst on the mediums now. Driving a good line, using up all the track. Oh, I'm not too sure if his tyres are going to make it to the end of the race. It's down to about 30% on the front right. And about the, so he's got 47% on the front right, about 35 on the front left. This track definitely wears the tyres out a lot more evenly than most of the tracks we have on the circuit this year. So it's relatively better on the tyres. So that's a full lap with Luke Tolhurst. We'll go to Jack Song now, who's chasing Tolhurst. There you can see him in the foreground. Oh, they're both making the same mistakes, taking the same lines. That's what happens when you trail someone. And if you watched George Russell in Singapore, you'll know that that's exactly what he did when he was chasing Norris. He followed Norris into the wall, made that small mistake. Norris had the benefit of actually seeing the wall and making the adjustment, but George just followed him straight in and unfortunately ruined what would have been a great race for him and a great result ahead of his teammate. And a podium finish. Oh, Song's just clipped the grass, the back just touching. Oh, and he's just got to get back on. Tolhurst has got to pit, but I know that Jack Song doesn't have to pit. So Tolhurst will have to change tyres. So I'll have to gap Luke Tolhurst will have to gap Jack Song and make a splash and dash. Oh, Song's in now for a set of tyres. Oh, he's probably flat spotted the tyres, so oh, costly mistake there. That's gonna be very costly for Jack Song. Watch him come into the lane, see how quickly they can change. Very quick on the hards now. His preferred tyre compound for this race. As he exits, nice and cleanly, no penalties there, so we'll go back up the front now. Chandra with a 11-second gap to Scott Flack. So that lead not dropping quick enough for Scott Flack if he's going to regain the lead. He needs to take over a second per lap, and he's not doing that right now. He's only managing to take half a second per lap at the moment. But as this race goes on and Eric Chandra pushes harder, he's going to start to get to the tail end of the tyre wear, and will we see it fall off the cliff and the times drastically reduce. We've only got 11 laps to go, so not very long now. Grab your last sip of drink, add the ice, and buckle in because it's going to get pretty damn hot in the last 10 laps as Chandra coming to bring up the counter for 10 laps to go. $317 kilometres down into 120, up over the hill. Black's gap stretched out to 13 seconds now. He's probably making a few mistakes, burning those tyres up really. Oh, Chandra making a mistake, hitting the wall. Oh, that's going to give plenty of time back to Scott Flack. He's going to see that time gap on his screen back down to 8 seconds, and here it goes. So that's the first mistake. That's showing that those tyres are starting to go off now. It hasn't got the grip to take Arrabbiata flat out. So Chandra just got to get back into his rhythm. Oh, this changes the game now. Got a 7-second gap with just under 10 laps to go. That's a nice, healthy change that Eric Chandra's just gifted Scott Flack. A nice present saying Merry Christmas. I'll let you chase only 8 seconds instead of 15, 14. So let's see if Chandra can settle back in. His last lap was 1:25, so giving away about 3-4 seconds. Flack getting underneath that now, although he's struggling, really struggling. Flack. He's holding the line, he's really pushing hard. Down through Arrabbiata 1, up the hill, 1, continual bend. Arrabbiata 2. Looks like Tolhurst coming in for his last pit stop within 10 laps. He's got to change to the softs. Can he make the softs last to the end? Yes, he's got the softs on now, just waiting for the pits to release him. There's a 5.1 second pit stop for Tolhurst. Okay, so Jack Song, where is he? There he is, he's going to be chasing him down. And again, they find themselves together on track. That's Tolhurst and that's Song right behind him. Great work from the cameraman to catch them on screen. There's Tolhurst in the foreground, Song in the background. And we've got Flack still at 8.5 seconds behind Chandra. Out in front, I dare say Chandra, if he just holds it firm, no more little mistakes like we just saw, he'll take the win for this race. No longer the bridesmaid. Eric Chandra has affectionately been named the bridesmaid, always coming second. Taking a few wins, but very consistent on the second place. But not tonight in the Formula One. It's not over yet, but it's looking like he's only got 8 laps to go to keep it on the black stuff, and this title will be his. F1 winner at Mugello. Okay, so that's Flack across the start-finish line, and Chandra just going through turn 1. It's an 8-second gap now with 8 laps to go. That obviously means it needs at least over a second per lap, and he has to actually pass him once he catches him. But my money's on Chandra. I'll put 5 cents down on Chandra to win. I like a good safe bet. Let me know in the comments if you think Flack's going to catch him. Or will Chandra hold it firm out in front? Go through the field. No, Chandra out in front. Scott Flack. Oh, bringing it down under it. Oh, there's the gap. So the gap is climbing. It's reducing under a second now per lap, but it's stretched out. So once they cross the start-finish line, that's a yellow in sector 2. Chandra crossing the line. Here comes Flack. What's the gap going to be? 6.5 seconds. Oh, come down to the wire. Then we've got Tolhurst and Jack Song. close on track, but not close. I think he's still a lap down, or 3 laps down now. That's Jack Song. Unfortunately, just making that mistake cost him a lot of time. Oh, Chedrick going wide again, just hitting the kitty litter. Where's Scott Flack? Oh, here it comes. That gap's going to come down even more. Down to 3 seconds, I'd say, with, 5 laps to go. Can he see him in the, past the halo? Yes, he can. Just a small dot at the moment. The gap now 3.5 seconds down through Casanova, through Arabiata. Oh, Chandra through the Arabiatas. Oh, this is going to get close, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. There's the gap. We can see Chandra in the red in front, being chased by the blue mobile. That's the Ferrari and Williams colours out in front. So as across the line, it's under 3 seconds to go with 4 laps to go. Can Scott Flack do it? Oh, Chantra's coming up to lap traffic now. This is going to slow him up even more. 5 laps to go, I should say. And Flack is just almost in the same corner. Oh, this is going to get tight. Make sure you stay tuned to the end. Only 5 laps to go. It's been 65 laps. Almost 90 minutes in the hot seat. Chantra's got to get through the 2 Williams in front. Where's he going to do it without giving too much time to Scott Flack? He's only 2.5 seconds back. Up the inside he needs to go, but the Williams covering that off, pushing Chandra wide. Oh, deep under brakes. Chandra needs to make a move pretty soon. Here comes Flack. Flack's right behind him now. Here he comes. Oh, this is what we've been waiting for. This is the dream ending we want to the Formula 1 race. Make it worthwhile. We thought Chandra had it all with 13 seconds out front, but he's made 2 vital mistakes. And this is bringing Scott Flack right up to the back. Chandra's got to get through here now. Oh, Chandra, don't get mixed up. There's 4 cars here. 2 of them are real. And the AI is set to 100%. Oh, this is slowing up Chandra. Just don't spin out. Just get through. Scott Flack's got to do the same. Oh, he's trying. Flack's up 1. Oh, I saw smoke then. That's distracted Flack. Oh, it's all on now. So that wasn't Chandra bringing up the smoke. It was the teammate of Scott Flack in Sargent or Albon. Where's Flack? Flack's right there now. He's got to make a move around the outside. You can still see the Ferrari in front, so it's not lost yet. We've still got 3 long laps to go. Lapping at 1:20 each now. Oh, he's had to back off just to get the car to turn, so it's going to cost him. Is he in the DRS zone? Yes, DRS is open now. Down the main straight, top speed will be 330, 335 kilometres an hour. So he's moved up a spot. Chandra up now as well. So I've got 2 laps to go. Chandra out in front. And that's Scott Flack, the second car behind. Not directly behind. So Chandra must be struggling on those. What is he on? The mediums. He's on very old mediums at the moment. He's the only one on mediums out on track. Everyone else is on the softs. But he's making it work for him. So that's Chandra. Oh, Flack. He's through, but it's cost him a lot of time. He's on fresher softs, but has he spent all of the rubber just trying to catch Chandra? Does he have enough to overtake? We've got 3 laps to go. That's Chandra through. Here comes Flack. So Chandra now, and that's Flack right behind him. There is just a little dot in front. Chandra going through turn 1. Flack taking a nice line, getting a great exit through there. The gap out to 2.7, 2.9 seconds. Really had to battle through those back markers at the wrong time of the race. It would have been good if they were cleared and adhered to the blue flags a lot earlier. But Luke's Tolhurst up in a P6, really getting in the rhythm now on those soft tyres, loving those soft tyres up to P6. Jack Song on the hards in P9, struggling. Not the best compound for this circuit apparently. There's Chandra just over 2 seconds gap now with 2 seconds to go. Chandra's only got 2 laps to go now. Can he do it? Gap 2.5 seconds as I come down the main straight. And where's Scott Flack as they cross the line? The dot's getting bigger in Scott Flack's visuals, but I'd say we're going to run out of laps before he gets to catch the back of Chandra. Oh, will Chandra overshoot? Or will he be a professional? He hit all his marks on the last 2 laps, not giving anything away to Flack behind. Oh, we almost saw him coming off. Flack coming through the Arabiata. There's Flack, there's Chandra. I can hear Flack in the background. But that's not going to be enough. That gap out to 3.5 seconds now. Anything can happen. We've got 1.5 laps to go now to the end of the race. Actually, no, this is the last lap. This is lap 65 to 65. So it's got 1 corner to go with 3.5 seconds to collect. He's done it. He's weaving across. He's happy with that one. That's a checkered flag. Congratulations, Eric Chandra ahead of Scott Flack in P2. Not enough to do it. Tolhurst. Oh, Tolhurst has spun. He's giving away. He's losing P6, P7. And Jack Song's coming around the corner as well. Just waiting. Oh, there he is in the background. So Luke Tolhurst coming around the final quarter to check the checkered flag. Cost a mistake on the last lap, costing him 2 positions. Congratulations, Luke Tolhurst finishing in P8. And here comes Jack Song to take P9. And it's Carlos, Pierre Gasly, and the retired cars. So Chandra and Flack almost giving us a show, nose to tail, but that was getting very, very close towards the end there. A couple of mistakes, a couple of back markers getting in the way. Still giving us a fantastic race. The two giving each other respect now. So just rolling around now, taking the victory lap, waving to the crowd. That's Eric Chandra, P1. Traditional burnout from for a victory lap. He's trying. Will he do it here? Okay, so race results. It was Eric Chandra taking the win, 65 laps, just ahead of Scott Flack, 2.5 seconds down. Magnussen, Guozhang Yu in 4, Lando in 5, Logan Sargent, Albon. Then it was Luke Tolhurst in 8, Jack Song in 9. Those two having a great battle throughout the race too, and P10 was Carlos Sainz. Further back it was Harrison Tebb and Matt Collins retiring early in the race. So a fantastic race. Make sure you tune in next week. We've got the British Touring Cars at Hampton Downs in New Zealand. So we're looking forward to that one. So make sure you tune in, hit the like and subscribe, and follow our channel. But for now, it's thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next Wednesday night.